It is July 23rd in the day of our Lord 2025. It's Litter Media Live. That rhymed. I've turned into Obadiah Harris. Just for his rhyming things. Yeah, he does that a lot.
You have to have a big stain on your shirt from wherever you ate last also. You're going to be... That's a great picture.
We love you, Obadiah. You know it. Thank you for joining us here on this edition of Litter Media Live. I'm Dan Ramey. He's Mike Smith. Way over there is Mr. Glandon, and there he is.
We call him Pretty Boy.
Mike calls him Pretty Boy.
Oh, Dan doesn't think you're pretty, huh? Is that it?
No.
Hey, you hurt his feelings, Dan.
Well, we needed to have an HR talk because this kind of goes along with Pretty Boy, along with, remember, Sissy Boy that we used to have great. At the radio station. So, yeah.
Sissy Boy.
So we didn't want to get into an HR moment. So I can't say he's pretty. It is a look at the forecast. Let's just get right to the weather, get into the programming here and away from what might get us in trouble.
Sweet this morning. When I walked out, I thought, man, this is Chamber of Commerce weather.
I thought you were going to say it's pretty outside.
Well, it was, and it is. And we're expecting a little warmer temperatures, but the humidity might not be as high as what we're going to see tomorrow. Looking for temperatures close to 90 today. But the humidity rolls in a major way tomorrow, and that's going to put the heat index at about 102 for tomorrow. We're going to get a mixture of sun and clouds on Friday with a chance of some showers, as you can see there on our little graphic, which you can find this, by the way, on our website, littermedia.com. Gives you the weather outlook as well as a weather map. And, it looks like as early as 8 a.m. on Friday, a chance of some showers and thunderstorms.
It's interactive, too, so you can design that to do what you want it to do. So we recently vacationed in Daytona Beach. I was able to take a look and just move everything, just grab the map, and it'll go wherever you want to go across the world.
And when you say you can make it do whatever you want it to do, does that mean I can have sunshine all the time and not?
No,
not like that.
You can make it show you what it's doing.
What it's doing,
yes, at the current time. But you can also slide that little the time bar, and you can watch where the precipitation is expected to be as well. So check it out if you haven't done so, littermedia.com. We'll talk more about the website in a moment. News on the way, but first we want to tell you about Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, your trusted comfort advisor. They're coming Tuesday to make the Ramey house.
Oh, it's your house. I got you.
Yes, much more comfortable. When you have a moment where it's uncomfortable due to it being too hot because your AC unit's not working, or it's too cold because your furnace is not working, or it's too wet because the plumbing's not working, check in with Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Click on this ad anywhere you see it on our website, littermedia.com. It takes you to accuratehvac.com, where you can learn more about how they can help you at home or your business. Each week, we'll announce the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Litter Media Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union. And in December, we'll announce the Player of the Year. Nominate any amateur athlete by visiting littermedia.com and click on Player of the Week. You'll also see the players we've named throughout the year. Make your nomination today for the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Litter Media Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union. Discover Ross County. From the breathtaking outdoor adventures to the historic sights of Chillicothe and family-friendly events and festivals. Explore more at visitchillicotheohio.com or download the free mobile app today.
I was looking for a first job. I had been babysitting and decided it was something for a little more permanent. It pays very well. It's convenient. You can make your own schedule with the flexibility. That's something that I like. The people that I work with are great. I wouldn't ask for a better crew or management team to work for.
The Bean Foundation wants to raise awareness about suicide prevention by sharing 988. Trained crisis counselors are available to talk 24/7, 365 days a year. 988. Save the number. Save a life. To learn more about the Bean Foundation, click on this ad on littermedia.com.
Tecumseh. Fascinating. Captivating. Mesmerizing. Tecumseh.
Littermedia.com is where you can go to follow a lot of the stories we'll be sharing with you today. And I see that one little, I see the dog running there. We're talking a little more in depth about that in just a moment. But first, let's get right into our lead story for today.
We've talked a lot in the last year or so about Ross Community Action with the homeless shelter and so forth. Well, their staff, Jenny Perdue and Kim Hawkey, really came up with a neat idea to help you get all of the information on community resources they offer by creating this QR code. So again, if you go to any of their social media or their website, you'll find this QR code. Just hold your smartphone up there and it will open it up to all of their community resource packages. And of course, down below, you can see all of the things that those include. It's not just about the shelter, it's about recovery services, because they want to get people off the streets for good, for their benefit. So give them a look there. Whether you need that service or not, you may know somebody or you might meet somebody. I can't remember how many years ago this was. I was talking to some leaders in the community about 211. They'd never heard of it.
Yeah.
And it had been around for years. And I said, yeah, if you're talking to somebody that needs these services, all they got to do is call 211, and they were flabbergasted. They didn't even know it was around. So,
and you know, it popped right out of my head when I was stopped in the radio station parking lot one night. It had been snowing like crazy, and there was a homeless person looking for a place to stay, and I didn't think about 211, and that would have answered my question to help get them where they needed to go. And it was like, after I looked at the sources on it, I thought, dang, I was just around the corner.
Right.
I could have helped them in that fashion, but I think I helped them get to the law enforcement complex, and that gave them what they needed to know. The 2025 Ross County Fair coming up August 2nd through the 9th. 15 teens vying for royalty. 9 candidates for queen, 6 candidates for king. There you see them right there. This has been shared like crazy off of our Facebook page. Grandstand admission for this event is free. It's taking place Sunday evening, August 3rd at 8 p.m. Mike has been there for the last 4, 5?
yeah.
Okay. So, well, this would be your 5th. So does that say you're committing to it?
Remember, I came on board. There was one of the events that I'd been to. You're not there a whole year, but you were there as if you had been because of the time of year that you got here as opposed to when the event is being held. So, yes.
Did you all follow that?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure this will be, I think I've been there 4 at least. Yeah.
I'm glad we got that settled.
Yeah. They haven't given me anything free yet. So
No.
nothing free to drink or anything like that.
Yeah. And it's a long event.
It's not that bad.
Depends on how hot it is. The hotter it is, the longer it seems.
The longer, yeah. And the flies and the bees, yeah. Don't get me started. Yeah, that's 8 o'clock on August the 3rd. Which, by the way, Sunday. This is for you old timers like me that remember when the first official day was Monday morning. Well, it's been Sunday now at noon for years. So that's the first official day.
By the way, if you want to know the kids' names and who they are and what they're doing, what clubs they're involved with, you'll find that at littermedia.com. Just click on it and you'll see nice-sized pictures of each one of the kids.
Leesburg Community Health Fair will be held actually this Thursday, the 24th of July. That's 1 to 4 p.m. over at the Highland County North Joint Fire and Ambulance District. This is a free event for those people in the Leesburg area, and it's obviously open to the community. So if you have some needs for a blood pressure check, things of that nature, there's a whole list of things that they are going to be doing that day.
Our buddy Johnny Garage Johnson has talked a lot about this event over the years. It's Bark in the Park, and it's a car show for the Ross County Humane Society. And this will be held August 30th, 10 to 3 p.m. in Yaktangi Park. It is usually packed each and every year, so you want to make sure you check this out. If you want to be involved with your vehicle, pre-register now for just $25 to secure a spot and get a free event t-shirt too. Pre-registration is open until August 6th, so don't wait. The top 35 vehicles will take home a cool trophy. And Johnny's been in here before with those trophies, and we'll see if we can get back in again as we get closer. Over 100 cars are expected for this, and it's one of the big fundraiser to help the Ross County Humane Society each year.
Now, it's obviously in the park, Bark in the Park, but didn't this fundraiser actually start in Central Center?
That was another show.
Okay.
That was also a participant for Ross County Humane Society.
Gotcha. All righty. And if you're traveling in the Columbus area from the south, you know the frustration of that crazy way to get on to the outer belt. Well, good news, folks. US 23 North Ramp to I-270 West is now open on Columbus's south side. Been a lot of months going past to get this ramp rebuilt. Well, now you don't have to wait any longer. And that opened up just yesterday afternoon.
We were living in Lockbourne when they did this the last time. So it's taken 30 plus years to make this happen, but finally got to it.
The first time I ever came across it, I thought, wait a minute. Now this part, you got to go left to go southbound. You got to go under the overpass and then turn left on that one to go. It was really kind of confusing if you were seeing it for the first time, but thank God it's open.
Back in January, I had 2 aunts pass away, and so they had their funeral together, and I had to go to Grove City for this, or Urban Crest is where the funeral home was, and that was the first time I had run into that, and I'm like, wait a second, I can't go this way. I got to. How does that get over to the? It was confusing.
It really was.
It really was.
Yeah. Our local road report, a resurfacing project on US 35 between the Jackson County line and Vigo Road, is at least one lane of traffic that's being maintained. This project's going through this fall.
Sports on the way in just a moment, and this date in history all just ahead. But first, we want you to remember to sponsor, to support our sponsors. We have a number of people that make this program possible, and here are some of them now.
Dixie Chopper. Speed when you need it.
Visit your local Dixie Chopper dealer today or visit dixiechopper.com.
This is Andy Tomlinson. When insuring what's important to you, our agents are there when you need us the most. Tomlinson Insurance, for the best coverage at the best cost. Visit us online at tomlinsonins.com to learn more.
Find a career you love with Pickaway Ross Adult Education. Skilled trades careers are in high demand with no signs of slowing down. Pickaway Ross offers career training programs with expert instructors and hands-on learning tactics to create a variety of opportunities. Visit our website for more information.
Pain was interfering with Tiffany's active lifestyle. Same-day hip replacement at the Adina Orthopedic and Spine Institute got her back to the community she calls home. At Adina, we do what we love, so you can too.
Time now for sports, and the Chillicothe Paints went back to their old uniforms and had a similar result that they've had in previous games, falling 5-2 to Lafayette. They will play the Aviators for the next 2 nights. Then I think they have Champion City, and then finally return back here to VA Memorial Stadium. There are only 4 home games remaining. The season has flown by. So this Saturday, they'll return back to VA Memorial Stadium.
And in the big circuit, after the Reds got to 5 above 500, they've struggled. They've lost now 3 straight.
They scored first.
They did indeed. Got on the board, but then Washington had, 3 straight innings that they scored en route to a 6-1 win, despite the Reds out hitting them. So they'll wrap this series up this afternoon. That's, I think, a 12:30 start in the nation's capital before the Reds move on to the next stop.
I liked how Terry Francona said it in his post-game remarks. He says, we're struggling right now, but we've got a chance to right the ship because we play again in less than 12 hours.
Yeah. I think I heard him early in the season say, it's about today. You got to win or lose. You got to forget about tomorrow. It's about today. Now, the Guardians, who had lost 10 in a row at one stretch here just a few weeks back, they're on a little bit of a high note. They won 2 in a row against the O's, beating Baltimore 6-3, and they'll wrap up, I think, that series today.
And they've won 3 straight, hence the WWW and their wins.
Right. But 2 against Baltimore.
Correct.
Right.
All right, coming up in a moment to look at this stage in history, we talked about that Cleveland franchise.
Mm-hmm.
It's part of what we're going to talk about next.
But first of all, we want to tell you about our good sponsors, Litter Quality Propane. There's no bill when there's a fill. Contact Litter Quality Propane today about their metered gas service. And it's as easy as going to litterpropane.com.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch just to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are, or whatever you're doing, download the Kingston National Bank Mobility app today.
Introducing the Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week. We want to put your pet in the spotlight. Pets with paws to pets with fins. If they gallop, crawl, or slither, play fetch, or simply curl up and snuggle. Send us a photo of your pet and we'll announce a new pet each week. And one pet will be crowned Pet of the Year. To nominate your pet, visit littermedia.com. Click on Pet of the Week. Tell us about your pet and be sure to include a photo. Watch Litter Media Live each Thursday for the announcement of the Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week. No purchase necessary. Contest applications must be from Ohio residents and at least 18 years old.
Life. It can get on top of you quickly, can't it? But with 211, it only takes one step to get connected to the help you need. 211 is always available to help. So get in touch today.
Skag clearance sale continues at Hometown Motors Incorporated, 818 Eastern Avenue in Chillicothe. Anywhere you see a Hometown Motors ad on our website, littermedia.com, it'll take you right to their website, which is hometown-motors.com. Don't let this opportunity pass you by. You got to give them a call, 740-773-8826. You can choose from a wide selection of Skag mowing equipment like what you see here, but you better hurry because once this clearance inventory is gone, it's gone. Low prices go with them too. Hometown Motors Incorporated, your store for the great outdoors. Time for this date in history. We don't go too far back.
I'm going to let you do this today because you've got a little visual other than our artwork that you want to show us too.
Okay. Well, it was 2021 when Tom Hanks was the voice we heard talking about a change for the Cleveland baseball team. Here you see, this is a rendering of the banner that sits inside the stadium at Cleveland.
Right.
Which is what now? Progressive Field? Used to be Jacobs Field.
Right.
So thanks to sponsorship. So 1948, they won the world championship as what President Trump wants them to go back to. I can't say it.
Yeah.
But now they are these guys.
Yeah.
Ooh, that does look kind of cool.
It does.
Coming right at
like
you.
3D. Get your 3D glasses on.
Speaking of the Guardians, I was at a game here last year, the year before, and they were giving out Josh Naylor bobbleheads that day. So I got my Josh Naylor bobblehead, and now I can't remember if he's still with the team or not. Because he and his brother were playing for the team, and one of them got traded, I believe.
So Indians were actually not the original franchise name.
Spiders, wasn't it?
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah. And were they the Guardians before? They changed it to now?
No, I don't think that's the case.
Seems like they've had more than one or two.
Have you been to Cleveland?
Yes, but not to the stadium.
But have you seen the bridge where they have the large, I'm trying to think of what you call them.
A statue?
It's kind of like a statue it's embedded into.
Right.
Those are the Guardians. Mm-hmm. And so that's where they came up with the name, I guess, for that, when they decided to change from the Indians to the Guardians. I try to avoid saying Indians, not because of the sensitivity of the whole deal, just so that I don't say it.
Because when they became the Guardians, it took a year to get us out of. It's like when
the L.A. Raiders,
the paper mill changed from Meade to whatever it became.
Yeah.
Everybody was still calling it Meade.
Gladfelder, New Page, and so on and so forth, and now it's still referred to as Meade.
Yeah.
So, that brings up something that has had a lot of exposure on social media here recently. Our friend Jared Depew with Mill City Apparel had made his emotions felt in a post when the paints had come out with Mill City stacks. And I know that there's imagery and all that kind of thing, and trademarks and so on and so forth. I think he trademarked the little smokestack caricature that he has, just like in May of this year. So it was a recent deal. But I don't know if it was the argument of the use of the name Mill City. I mean, how many times have we seen Paper City, in that regard? So we understand what was going on there, and not real sure why there wasn't a conversation between the two organizations, but the Paints came out with a post of apology, and it was, obviously not intended to steal anything and so on and so forth. I'm grateful to see that they worked it out. And right. I even saw that Mayor Luke Feeney made a post yesterday saying that two great companies, local businesses, working something out and not having to go through all the legal mumbo jumbo and the whole deal on that. So tip of the cap to the Paints for what they were doing. Tip of the cap to what Jared does with his group as well. And it's the same for all of our businesses here in Chillicothe, because they depend upon the success of our local manufacturers, our local businesses, our local people. So, and we depend upon that too. And if you'd like to support what we're doing, we'd love to talk to you about advertisements. So just drop me a note through our Facebook page if you'd like, or as we use littermedia@gmail.com for our Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week nominations. The same for our Neil Coleman Insurance Services Wyandotte Mutual Player of the Week Award presented by Homeland Credit Union. See, we try and tie in all of our sponsors too, just like Major League Baseball teams do, or NASCAR drivers do. Anytime I sit down and I've got to take a drink while I'm doing an interview, I got to show that label, that sort of thing. So support. And we appreciate the support of our longtime advertisers as well.
And don't forget the Petland Pet of the Week is tomorrow.
Today is Wednesday, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Wow. The week is flying by. All right, that's a look at today's program. Thank you so much for joining us. If you missed our conversation with Brooke Pollard and Jade Hoffner, who were here for the Mom to Mom sale, there's not a whole lot of details on that available just yet. I think the conversation we had was probably more in depth than what they have released information. Of course, that sale is not till late September, so they've got more time to get details out. But you can find that interview. Is it on our YouTube channel yet? Yes. It is. We get the nod from Mr. Hand, too. So do we have a special edition tomorrow?
Not till
Friday.
Did you have yours yesterday afternoon? I didn't.
No, Billy called me and he says, I'm not going to be able to make it in today. He says, I could come in, but I'm still dirty from work. And he does a lot of heavy machinery work. And man, when he gets dirty, he gets dirty. You talk about dirty jobs with Mike Rowe.
Yeah.
That's what he comes home like. Gotcha. So he says, I don't think that's the visual we want to show. I said, that's fine. No problem.
Brittany Brown is Friday morning at 10.
And that's with Ross
Casa.
County Casa.
Right. Not to be confused with our friends at Casa del
Taco. Yeah.
Brittany and I had that conversation on the phone. She said, every time you say Casa, everybody thinks the restaurant.
Yeah.
This is a different Casa.
Yeah. And same with, some of you might remember, was it Pierre? Was that the name of the French poodle who was in with the Pickaway County Casa and was here for that? So I think that's been a little over a year ago, but we all remember Pierre.
Lucy's Toy Shop? That's the Pierre I remember.
That is. Every time you say Lucy's Toy Shop, I don't remember what the theme song was, but I hear "Good morning, Mr. Tree." It's very nice to see you. Good morning,
that many times. Yes,
it's daytime. Can't you see? All right, that's in. Mr. Hand too has no clue what we're talking about.
About Lucy's Toy Shop.
Yeah. In fact, you would have loved Lucy's Toy Shop as Mr. Hand too, because you wouldn't have to use your hand.
That's right.
Because it would be covered with a nice little character.
Yeah. So. Little puppet, little hand puppet. Yeah.
All right, that's it for the program. Back at it again tomorrow with another edition of Litter Media Live.